What's going on, fam? Today we are in a 2012 Ford Explorer. So why am I talking about a Ford Explorer? Well, so you guys know my car was in the shop, and the car that I used as a loaner was this one, a 2012 Ford Explorer, which is my father-in-law's car. He was on vacation, it worked perfectly, and so I drove it for the week. And I was really impressed by it. I like the car a lot, and just disclaimer, this is a quick review on it, more so real world thoughts, not reading off specs off of a sheet of paper. You know, it's my real world thoughts on the car after driving it for a week. So first things first, this car is super comfortable. I mean, it's comfortable. I drove long distance. Furthest I drove was an hour and a half one way, so 3 hours round trip, and the car was super comfortable. I know I'm young, but I have a bad back. I have 2 herniated discs from a car accident, and I mean, I was good. My back felt great afterward. My car, fortunately, after an hour and a half, 2 hour drive, I'm a little sore, I'm a little stiff after that drive, but this one, perfect. No issues, no problems, good. And I did 50-50 highway, city driving, and I actually averaged, rounded off 21 miles to the gallon. I thought that was pretty good. This is a full-size SUV. We got the 3rd row seat, and I averaged 21 miles to the gallon, mixed driving. Say 50% city, 50% highway. Pretty good in my opinion. I don't think that's too bad. Another thing I really liked about it is you sit high. So my car sits low, of course, from stock. It's dropped 2 inches, so it sits even lower. So getting into this car, I love how high you sit. I love feeling above everyone else. I like it. It's a good feeling. I used to own an F-150, and that's one of the things I really loved about it. Just feeling that feeling of sitting high. It was good. One thing I don't like about this, and this is probably me just nitpicking, this has the infotainment system, so it has the 4-inch screen. I believe it's a 4-inch screen, and it's a 2012, so it's the older sync system. And whenever I'm on a road trip or I'm driving long distances, I like to, if I go eat, I'm by myself, I just go through the drive-through, pick up my meal, and I sit in the car, and while I eat, I like to watch a YouTube video. And I usually connect my phone to Bluetooth, and I listen to the audio part in the car speakers. My car is push up a button, boom, it's on Bluetooth. This one, I feel like I had to navigate a little bit more to get it on Bluetooth. Not a big deal, it's definitely not a deal breaker, but again, me just nitpicking. I guess I got spoiled with the newer sync system, but this is a base model, if I'm not mistaken. You have a 4-inch screen, so there's not much to complain there. If this is not the base model, it's definitely a trim above, a trim right above the base model, but it's definitely not full luxury for the price. My father-in-law bought it used, so this has 71,000 miles now. He's had it maybe a year, and I think he got it for like 12 grand, which I don't think is that bad of a deal considering, I mean, he drives a lot, so I'm sure in a year he'll put 20,000 miles. I mean, it's crazy. Here in Florida, everything's far, at least for us. So I'm sure in a year he'll put 20,000 miles in the car easy. My wife's car, the Kia, we put 30,000 miles on that beast a year. So, you know, for let's say he bought it with 50,000 miles for 12, 13,000 bucks, I don't think that's a bad deal for all you're getting. A full-size SUV, 3rd row seat, it's super comfortable, it looks good, the body style doesn't look outdated at all. I mean, to the untrained eye, you probably wouldn't even know the difference between a 2012 and let's say a 2015, 16, even a 17 model year, you know? So for what you get for the price, a banging deal, definitely. Let's see, what else did I like about the car? The color, I don't really care for it too much, but Good thing you got color choices, huh? But the car is really good. I mean, it's comfortable. It drives smooth. Not a lot of outside road noise. It's just a good car all around, man. I really like it. The way I like to look at these cars whenever I do a review or I'm just talking about them is it a car I would buy? And yes, if I was in the market for an SUV, a larger car, etc., this would be one of the cars I would consider, especially for the price point and all you're getting at this price point. There's definitely SUVs out there that are much more luxurious. You know, if you have a higher price point, I mean, you can go into a Tahoe, you can go into a Cadillac Escalade, you can get a Range Rover. I mean, you can get the new Jaguar F-Type. There's plenty of choices out there that are much more luxurious than, let's say, a base model Ford Explorer. But for what you get, you can't beat it, man. This is a good deal. I believe so anyway. Not that I'm not an Explorer fanboy by any means, but it's a good car. It's a good car for 12 grand. It's comfortable. It looks good. It drives smooth. What else can you ask for? You know, third row seat. The only thing I would option on this would be leather. Just because if you're buying something like this, it's probably you got a large family. You know, you need extra room. If you let your kids eat in the car, I'd much rather have leather, where if something spills, you can just wipe it right off and be good. You know, hit it once a year with a good leather conditioner and you're fine. Where cloth, if something spilled, you got yourself a stain. So pros and cons of the both. You know, you do pay more for leather, but it's worth it in my opinion. But anyway, these are my thoughts on this 2012 Ford Explorer. Nothing detailed. Oh, one more thing. This is the V6. I'm not sure if it comes in a 4-cylinder. It's not an EcoBoost, just straight V6, 3.5 liter. So on the highway, if you do need to get around somebody, you do gotta floor it a little bit. But at the same time, you got a full-size SUV. There's a lot of weight this car's trying to push around. So yeah, definitely consider it. These are my thoughts on the 2012 Ford Explorer. You guys stick around. Thank you for coming back. Subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.